Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From bounding into comics, Disney CEO Bob Chapek confirms Star Wars is dead and provides revolting answers to questions about Gina Carano. Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Boob Chapek. Oh, damn, I don't think it deserves to be called a boob. Boobs are good. Boobies. Either way, Bob Chapek recently gave an update to Walt Disney Company during the company's 2021 annual meeting of shareholders. And this is definitely questionable. Let's see. During the question and answer portion of the meeting, Chapek confirmed that Star Wars is dead, and Lucasfilm will continue to be a stain on the company. Well, that's wonderful. Chapek's comments were brought to our attention by Twitter user La Reina Creole, who tweeted, "Someone just asking about firing Kathleen Kennedy's ass at the #Disney stockholders meeting." In fact, George from San Antonio, Texas, asked Chapek, "Are you guys looking at firing Kathleen Kennedy or asking her to resign and promote somebody like Filoni or Favreau or both to the co-counsel?" Chapek responded, "We have been absolutely thrilled that we can have that kind of creative talent in our company. The likes of Kathy Kennedy running Lucas, and we look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm organization for many years to come." Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Call it quits. There's no way out. It's done. No more at Star Wars. Whatever Star Wars comes out of Lucasfilms or whatever Disney, it's dead. Yep. Well, she killed the Mandalorian. She managed to win the Mandalorian in that regard. No, that's probably a season 3 or something like that. But with the firing of Gina Carano and the ruination of everything else, and plus of what we have seen, with Pedro Pascal being obviously a racist little fuck, but still, with him not apparently moving on to other projects, I think it's safe to say maybe the season 3 may not happen at all, considering that's the only good Star Wars content that has come out since Disney acquired Lucasfilm. So in that regard, it's dead. It's completely and utterly dead. You're poking like a dead horse, but it's gonna go on and poke the dead horse. Alright, so basically, let me put it this way, I think Kathleen Kennedy should be fired. No, not because of her politics or anything like that, which is an absolute woke shit show, and she's an absolute fucking woke bastard. But no, not because of that. It's because she is an absolute shit at what she does. She's absolutely a shit person on what she is doing. I don't care if you agree with my politics to a T and dotting the I's and everything. Even if you're a clone of me in regards to politics or ideas, if you are shit at your job, you're getting fired. I do not care what you believe in. I do not care the skin color. You could be an albino, you could be a hot piece of ass in which you're flaunting boobs, walking boobs like a League of Maidens boob jiggly thingy. You can be all of those things, but if you're shit at your job, at what you are hired to do, you're gone. That's my view. Anyway, let's go. Well, Chapek can praise Kennedy all he wants. The cold hard numbers show Kennedy is nowhere near the creative talent that Chapek claims she is. She's an absolute incompetent. She's like a walking turd inside the company. Kennedy has fired numerous directors from Star Wars projects. Everything she does, it turns into shit. And we can see that even on YouTube channel, or official Star Wars YouTube channel, it gets downvoted to oblivion. Because everything she does is shit. Kennedy brought in Tony Gilroy to fix Rogue One. She dismissed Phil Lord and Christopher Miller from Solo and replaced them with Ron Howard. She then canned Colin Trevorrow from Episode 9, which eventually became The Rise of Skywalker and was directed by J.J. Abrams. And those are just the projects that actually were completed. She also canned Josh Trank from a Boba Fett film. Oh yes, that one. That's also pretty... that hurt a little bit. Well, if you were into BDS and SM, you probably would enjoy the psychological horror of what happened, but I don't think even if you were into that one, you would enjoy it. It was actually pretty painful. And more recently, she had to have the entire Obi-Wan Kenobi show rewritten after she claimed scripts had been completed when the show was announced. Holy shit. Fade in. She's looking kind of like a fat raisin. Anyway, looking at the box office, the 3 Disney sequel trilogy films rapidly decline in box office haul. As reported by The Numbers, The Force Awakens grossed $2.65 billion at the global box office. $936.6 million was from North American theaters and grossed $191 million domestic video sales. The Last Jedi only grossed $1.3 billion. Yes, because people were actually excited. Oh, look, a new Star Wars! Yay! And then we saw the shit show. It was, yay! And then the second one came in, ooh. And then the third one went, ooh. Which we saw here with 1.3 and 1.07 billion. Holy shit, people. Ooh, only half of it. 515. The decline of The Force Awakens to The Rise of Skywalker is significant. The gross of the global box office declined 48%. It's fine for sequels to most of the time decrease in quantity of money they generate, because that's usually happens because people get tired, the sequel is not as good as the original, things like that happens. But having that sharp of a decline is not very common. That generally dictates or looks like there's some very questionable shit going on. And we know what that shit looks like. It has 2 legs and goes for KK. Inside the Lucasfilm, kind of like a fat dry turd. Anyway, let's go. It's more than likely means people didn't go back to see the films multiple times, showing their disinterest and lack of passion. While the numbers clearly show Kennedy has not done a good job shepherding Lucasfilm and Star Wars, it appears Disney is sticking with her for the long haul. Don't expect Star Wars to improve anytime soon, whether that's with the horrible people they employ or their bankrupt creative storytelling. Yes, it's a very bankrupt storytelling. Maybe even more eye-opening is when Disney stunned as a company. Bob Chapek was asked about firing Gina Carano. Oh, this is the cookie cutter excuse. Buzzwords heaven. I listened to it and it was a buzzword heaven. It was pretty much made to appease the control left, the NPCs who absolutely love. Anyway, David from Alexandria, Virginia asked, "It's clear that there is a new blacklist punishing conservatives in the entertainment industry. Disney Plus actors Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano tweeted similar analogies of current political events to Nazi Germany. Yet only Carano, who is considered a conservative, was fired from The Mandalorian. Regarding Disney and the blacklist, this is the way?" Chapek, whose tone of voice notably changes in response to the question, says, "I don't really see Disney as characterizing itself as left-leaning or right-leaning. It's left-leaning. Yet instead of standing for values that are universal, values of respect, values of decency, values of integrity, and values of inclusion. So basically, cookie cutter answer with all the buzzwords you possibly would want to fit in on the control F vocabulary. Yes, they eat that thing like there is no tomorrow. They eat that thing like a very fat land whale with pink hair in a candy shop. That's what they do. But then again, land whale, it could be a albino land whale or a black land whale for diversity purposes. Oh, and disabled black land whale with non-binary with pink hair. There you go. That's very, very diverse. Chapek, who's done... he continue. No, I need to make his voice. I forgot about that detail. We seek to have not only how we operate, but we content that we make relatively reflective of the rich diversity of the world we live in. And I think that it's a world we all should live in harmony and peace. It's no wonder his voice changed while answering the question, because he straight up lied to David, one of Disney's investors. If Disney actually valued inclusion, they wouldn't have fired Carano via social media, lied about her in a press statement, or even announced to her privately first, instead of telling her through Twitter. Public Twitter. When everybody found out that she was fired, she also found out she was fired. From the same source, we all did. Talking about valuing respect, Chapek showed none to David and exposed that his words are empty. It's clear Disney does not believe any of the values that Chapek claims they do. The firing of Carano proves the opposite. They fired Carano via a press statement and then lied about her. That's not respect, that's disrespect. It's not decency, it's indecent and rude. They don't value integrity, as they clearly lied about Carano when they fired her. Exactly. And not only so, Disney also does not value anything else. You can see how they thanked the Chinese Communist Party and all the people related to that in Xinjiang. Yes, exactly, the region where there's about 380 or so re-education camps. Internment camps. Where they go on and, well, genocide, ethnic cleansing and all of those things. It's fascinating how these people work, isn't it? The hypocrisy, the double standards, the duplicity. And these people eat it all up. Like, they enjoy it. Well, I think Walt Disney would be flipping on his tomb if he could. Of all of those things going on. But then again, they're the ones who actually go on and censor Disney-related posters. Star Wars, Black Panther, because it shows black people to the Chinese market. Fascinating those things are, isn't it? The duplicity, double standards, the racismus, and all of those things. And as for inclusion, he obviously don't believe that, as David from Alexandria points out. Both Carano and Pascal posted analogies to World War II. But it's Carano that was fired. Not sure how you can be inclusive. Right, let's move on. Oh, it's almost done. If Chapek thinks we should live in this world, it's a world of ruin. I agree, absolutely agree. And he does think we should live in that world. In another question, he was asked about the biggest lesson he learned in his first year as a CEO. As part of his answer, Chapek stated, I also say that I think that the fact that we have a tremendous opportunity now going forward to bring this country back together and unite people under the common vision of Disney magic. Sorry, Disney is not uniting this country. Disney magic has dried up and left. It's being replaced by liars and dishonest people like Bob Chapek. And lying and dishonesty is no way to unite a country and people. Exactly! I have to agree with that. It's definitely not any of those things. Disney has been standing for racism, discrimination, lies, dishonesty, duplicity, double standards, hypocrisy. Holy shit, even more than that, racism, superphobia, and many other things. It's absolutely disastrous to say the least. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because YouTube absolutely hates my ass, and if I don't ask, you don't do it. So, head to bitchute.com/Dr. Jester or minds.com/Dr. Jester for that exclusive content. Because in there I don't censor myself often. And so, on that note, thank you for watching. Absolutely good night.